Okay. Turn this volume down. I can hear myself pretty good. Oh, do I have two people? Who else is looking at this live video besides me? Okay, so I'm coming on. I don't know if you read the description or whatever, but this is basically just for me. Um, it's about me. I'm doing it because I'm trying to get myself used to doing this. I got to do it real fast, so it's not going to be nothing really, really, really long and drawn out. Just little things, few things about myself, um, and and whatnot. I am grandmother and um, a mother of three, and grandmother of two. I live in North Carolina. I've been here living in North Carolina all of my life, and just recently moved um, from my mom's home um, in a little small town called Fairmont, where everybody knows everybody. But my title is talking about saving children, and it starts at home. So I believe that I started my Zumba. I'm a Zumba instructor and a strong body Zumba instructor. And I started my journey out with being a fitness instructor, which was really the best thing I could possibly did for myself and for my family. So I started fitness, and I started getting more health conscious about my health and whatnot. So now I'm here and going through the pandemic and all this stuff that's going on. It's crazy, and my family is really, really not suffering, but it's like a whole lot of things that you hear and learn. But all of it to me is about bringing your family closer, um, being one with your family. To me, I once upon a time I came into North Carolina as a small little young girl at the age of 4. Um, my mom was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's no longer with me, and I'm an only child, so she's no longer with me. And we moved back to her hometown. She told me that we were moving back to my hometown because she wanted me to get to know my father. Um, as I got older, this is the reason why she told me that we moved back to North Carolina from Trenton, New Jersey. And upon moving back to North Carolina, we moved. She bought a trailer, moved away from her abusive boyfriend, and moved into a mobile home. Back then we called it a trailer, to a trailer park at the time. And in the trailer park was a bunch of people that I met, and it was so wonderful to meet new people because I was a little open, but not really open. So I was a little shy sometimes. And in my shyness, I gravitated toward people who showed me attention, just like most children do. So upon coming and being introduced to these new people, I found them to be very, very intriguing and sweet people. It seemed that they were just like the best people I could possibly meet next to my family, which we didn't go around my family that much when we got down from Trenton. We didn't really visit them that much when we first got home. I don't know what that was about, but I do know not visiting as much. So upon finding out these new people and meeting these new people. They found me very fascinating because I was from up north and they were from down south. And so everybody felt laughed and they picked about my little accent and I was so short. I'm short now just for a living. And so I was so short and very, very flexible, tumbling, and I did a lot of acrobatic stuff when I was a kid. So they used me like a little toy. And sometimes I say literally I felt like, I've been used like a little toy for a long time. And so being used as a little toy for a long time, um, and then growing up to be like 47 years old and still, feeling the aspects of being a little toy. I was introduced to the father of the family that was one of my mama's closest friends. And I loved this man so much. Oh my goodness, he was like the best daddy type to me, I felt like, because he he was just a nice person. I just felt like he was a nice person. So every time, I would spend a lot of time with him. My mom had to go to work. I would spend a lot of time with him. But a lot of times I would be with him. And it was like I loved him so much. I felt like he was like a daddy to me, I guess. Um, but he was not my dad. But I was supposed to be introduced to my dad, which I was introduced to who was supposed to be my dad. But before I could really get to know him, he died. But from what I could understand, he said that he was my father. He loved me. And the little bit of time that I know him from the age of 4, mind you, that's all I knew, that he was my dad, because that's all I was told. And my memory is very good for it to be 47, I guess. And I was 4 years old, but I can remember this stuff so distinctly that it made me just hold on to a lot of memories. I just like to hold on to memories for some reason, but I don't capsate on them, just keep them bound up. I like to free my memories, I would like to say. Anyway, like I said, I'm trying not to make this long because my boyfriend's coming to pick me up in a little bit. So, with that being said, I would sit in his lap a lot. My mom's friend's husband. I would sit in his lap a lot, hug on him, rub on his face, kiss him on the cheek, and he would just hold me in his lap a lot. But one day, you know what I'm saying? One day, there was a lot of things that went on in between this that I'll have to talk about it another time, I guess. Like I said, I don't have time. I'm getting a little frustrated and nervous. But anyway, so there came a time when I got a little bit older, going through little relationships and family and things, which like I said, I could talk about later on. It's not that important that I talk about it now because if I talk about it now, it's gonna be this video will be so damn this video will be so long, be ashamed. So I'm not gonna, keep this video going for so long. Anyway, so I was in the grocery store one day, minding my own business, just riding, speaking to everybody and saying hi, hey, how you doing? So I see this person, and as a person growing up, so I'm stuttering now. As a person growing up, every time I would talk to him or see him, it was always my first response is to, hey, how you doing? But this particular day, for some reason, I had started feeling some type of way about being around him or seeing him. It's just something like it's like triggering for some reason. I didn't know what that was. At the time, I didn't know what it was. So he was like, hey, Stace, how you doing? And he speak to me, and you know what I'm saying? My mom is, since passed on since then. And so um when I walk in the store and I speak to him, I say hi to him. And my thing is, to keep moving because at this point I'm not thinking about anything negative. I really don't have anything in my mind, to be honest, because like I said, I keep my memories, but I don't keep them encapsulated. I don't constantly start thinking about them all the time every day because I refuse to be a victim of my thoughts and be so emotional because I grew up an emotional child and I refuse to do that in my adulthood. So with that being said, I am going through the store, right, walking through the store, shopping, minding my business, and I noticed that he's following me. This man that grew up with me, this um, that I grew up with, looking at him as a father figure. He's walking through the store with me, following me. I'm not walking. We're not walking together. He's following me, and so I'm like, "Why is he following me? Is he following me?" I'm starting to feel a little awkward now. I'm getting that feeling like what I'm saying, like something's not right about you're following you. How you following me? So, and I'm a big mouth person. I don't like keep stuff to myself. So I'm like, hey, you got something you want to say to me or whatever? You got something, I thought maybe they would. I wasn't thinking what I was getting ready to hear was what I heard, and it was not. I wasn't expecting it at all. It was kind of like a huh, like what? So I think my son was in the store with me at the time, and he leaned over and whispered in my ear, and what he whispered in my ear should not be have he should not have whispered in my ear because whenever he met me, he was 4 years old. I mean, excuse me, I was 4 years old. Four. Whenever I met him, I was four. Okay, just down here, I was 4 years old. And I know there's no dementia or anything like that going on. He drove to the store by himself. He functions fine. There's nothing wrong with his mind. His children never has said at that time there was anything wrong with him. His ex-wife, she was still living at the time, so she said there was nothing wrong with him. And so whenever he whispered in my ear, I should have married you when I had you, kind of made me think like, what? How can you say to a person that looked at you as their daughter? I look at you as you're my dad type person. You know, you telling me you should have married me. I was 4 years old. How the hell are you gonna marry a 4 year old? And I looked at him and I was like, what? So I said what? Meaning I wanted to hear it again. I didn't say what, meaning like, ooh, Doug. I said what? What did you say? Because I wanted to hear him say it again. So he repeated it. So he said it twice. A person that may mistakenly say something will not say it twice. They're only gonna say it one freaking time, but be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you was somebody else." That ain't been that thing, but it wasn't done like that. It was the total opposite. It was like really crazy. And so whenever he said it, I was like, "Oh, what? No, I don't think so." And then I just walked away from him. But ever since that day, I just could not, cannot, and will not have myself in the same time frame as he is, I should say. So if I go to the grocery store now and if I see him, 'cause he's still here, he's probably in his 70s or something like that. I don't know, he might be older than that. Shoot, I don't know, but he don't look nothing. He looks nothing like his age at all. He's a very young looking man. So and he's not a man who was not handsome. He's a very handsome man. And there were rumors whenever I was, a little younger, and the rumors was that he molested his own child. And at that time, his own child had been doing stuff to act out and do things to other people and her own children and things like that. But everybody was saying, that it was just her at the time. Everybody was saying it was just her. This was her, what she was doing. And the behavior that she was exhibiting was because she was jealous of certain people. And I noticed whenever we were growing up, because I played with her, but I played with her brothers more, and her brothers did so many other things to me. But this was like a little grooming session. But who knows what she went through before I came at 4, because she was older than me. And so who knows what she may have went through before me, and I was just her, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I was around, she didn't have that problem. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But I know once she got older, the problems did not stop. Her issues never stopped, and they became worse, and it was expelled upon her children. And you know, so I can't believe that he's not. But I did defend him at the time, because I felt like, no, he didn't do nothing like that at the time, until he whispered in my ear. When he whispered in my ear, then I knew she was telling the truth. I knew that what everybody was saying about her was not true. I knew that if he could say that to me, and I was fooled whenever I met him, that he definitely was touching on his child. And so every day I vow to my kids, like, let me know, you know, how you feel about, certain things. I don't want to offend you with my thoughts or anything like that, but I want you to tell me, honestly, if anybody's ever, because I don't want to overwhelm my children with the things that I've gone through and have them in fear and trying to figure out, how to function as a human being on this earth, because it's very difficult to be a person who's been fondled, touched on, and things of that nature. It's very difficult. And whoever is looking at this and saying, well, you know what I'm saying, I've been through this, I've seen this situation before in my life, you know, you're not the only one that's affected by it. Your family is affected by it, your loved ones affected by it, and just to keep holding that stuff in and not saying nothing about it, I feel like, you know, it's not it's not what you think it is if you really open up your eyes. If you really open up your eyes, you can see that you don't have to be a victim. You can move on from it. You can be a better person and learn from their mistakes. You don't have to be around here trying to figure out how to get your life in order because somebody, what they say, messed up your life. It's not a mess up for your life. It's an elevation to come away a better person than they could ever be. That man and the people who came after them, they will never see the mind of the person that I am. They could forgive them just like that, but only if you admit what you do. But until you admit what you do, the love that I have cannot be expressed to you. I have to turn my face from you because I know what you want from me. You want from me the same thing that you got from me before, a satisfaction of my energy. But my energy can only be harnessed in a positive person. So if you try to take from my positive energy, the only thing you're going to do is get blown up in your thoughts and in your, sometimes in the physical, to be honest. Sometimes in the physical. I've seen people who have done things that are not correct and not in the balance of the nature in which the person that they're bothering, and they tend to not be able to function in a regular society as normal people do. They tend to not be able to function. They can't think without somebody thinking for them. They can't move without somebody handing them something. And they can't process without somebody saying, this is the way you go. And that's not how life is. Life is about moving on and making better possible decisions that you can possibly make. It's a hypothesis of you or what you want to do. Anything that I've asked for, I've gotten it. Might have been feeling like to me at the time that I was not getting what I wanted. But as I talked to my cousin the other day and I was talking to my son, this is where I come with family. I have a son, I have a little boy, and I asked God about 2 or 3 months ago, and I did a video on it. I did on my Facebook page. It's um, Mind, Body, and Soul Passion on Facebook if you want to look it up. But I talked about my son and the fact that I wanted my son to experience his father or a father figure for him. I have that for him now. He's a good man, expressive, works hard, doesn't have any children, and a blessing to our lives. That's exactly what I asked for in the video. So when I said I really, my strive is to find me another way to express myself. That's my whole thing. And I know that the job of every enemy is distraction. So my son, he's very, very, very distracted, but he's teachable. So if you're distracted and teachable, the combinations are wonderful because the distraction will bring you all the way back because eventually you're going to come back to that same thing that you think is not called harnessing your energy. You're coming back to it. So anyway, I'm going to go back to what I said. I said I wanted to be able to understand what I needed to do to help my son be a productive person, in society and all this good stuff, that you want your children to be, you know. And lo and behold, I'm here now. Not saying that my son is where he needs to be because he's so hard headed. Oh my God, he don't listen. He been on punishment for about 2 months. Or that poor boy, he's so smart though. And when you think about it, and him, I told him, I said, you've been on punishment for 3 months. But guess what? Everything that you've been wanting to do while you've been on punishment, you've been doing it. I said, look, you've been on the computer, you've been watching TV, you've been going outside, you've been playing, you've had guests over, all of the things that most people who are being punished don't get. So how the hell can you be complaining about being punished whenever your punishment is rather not a punishment? You can do all that stuff still. You on punishment. This is where he's punished from. He can't eat. He can't get on the computer. He can't do TV. He can't eat in the living room. He can't eat in the living room. And he got his phone taken from him. He's 9, so he really don't need a phone anyway. I told my boyfriend, he doesn't need a phone. He's not ready for one, but he got one anyway. I said, okay, you can let him have the phone because I'm not gonna fight it. If we both agreeing to, hey, we want to do some trial service. Now my boyfriend has 2 phones. Because he doesn't have a phone anymore. So I was telling him, look, you already can do whatever you want to. You thinking that you're not doing what you want to do, but you are. You're doing it. Everything you want to do, you're doing it. So what it is the emotion it takes whenever somebody is saying you can't do it. But who care what they say? It's what is it really happening? The process is already taking place once you put the thought in mind. Once you put the thought in mind, it's already taking place. It's obvious with the things that we have going on around us because since before 2015, this has been a trial service of a pandemic. you know, that we're in right now. It's been a trial since then. So evidently, if you can work things in motion, it's because if you want it to happen, it happen. So being discouraged about something not happening in your life, you're stupid. I used to be the type of person that would, Lord, I don't know. My life is out. I don't know if I'm built to a lot. I don't know if I just used to be me. I don't know if it can happen. I know as soon as I get a phone call, somebody out of the blue, because I don't have my mother anymore. I have 3 children and we're in a pandemic. Okay? Whatever reason. That my life is out. It has been up plenty of time. And if it has never happened to you, then that's a beautiful thing. But it's happened to me because I'm a single parent with no help from anyone. Don't ask for help. I do it on my own. Therefore, I don't have to ask for anyone because I don't want anybody to say, you owe me this, that, and that. This is for that. Work, and you don't have to get somebody to work for you. That's my other motto. Okay. Anyway, what's I saying? Forgot. Anyway, so I have been basically raising my son up until this point here in the last 3 months. I found a wonderful person who understands me and I understand him. And hopefully we'll be able to continue in understanding together. If not, then we will separate. You know, the one thing about a relationship I've learned is relationships, not per se they come and they go, but they are effective and they can be non-effective. And if you're in a non-effective relationship, what's the use to stay? I was married to my ex-husband for 8 years. We only stayed together for 3 years, and we were married for 8 years. 8 years of me saying, please divorce me. Please. I I pay for the wedding. You can pay for the divorce. And for 8 years I got strung along until I said, forget it, I'll pay for it. I'll do it. And you don't have to stay somewhere you don't want to stay. If it's not conducive for the family. If the family, if a part of the family is not affected, and if part of the family that's not affected don't want to be affected, it brings the balance of the pendulum or the sphere. It brings it off. And then you right here slowing any kind of way. And then the children is trying to figure out their way to fit. And that's not fair. So in order to do what's best for them, they're the future. They're the ones that's going to be going on and on and on and on and on and on with their seed. I'm here. I'm going to be here. And I don't mind that I'm not going to be here. My mother has left me, and actually I'm 47. So her preparation for me to let me know, baby, I'm not going to be here all your life. So you got to figure this out for yourself. I'm going to give you the tools. That's best. It's up to you to figure it out. And I love that about my mom. Very beautiful woman. I ain't crackers. I'm so happy about my age. People like, girl, my mom knew. They started crying. I see my mom's going. I smile. Not because I'm glad she's gone, but the inspiration that woman put inside of my heart. She lied to me. And she lied to me about a lot of stuff. But the impact that she put in my life will make me be a great person one day. Today, I'm a great person. The things that she instilled in other people made them feel like that they could fly. She called a lady one time. The lady said, ma'am, Pastor Moody. My mom was pastor. She says, Pastor Moody, she said, they just called me and told me that I've been diagnosed with HIV. She said they did the test twice. And I don't know what to do. My mama said, you gotta watch what Angie said because she might say something crazy. Yes, ma'am.
Hey!
Hey!
See?
Huh?
I said, she ain't got that bonnet on.
No, I took it off.
Girl, you know you so pretty. I got a fine cousin.
Oh, Angie, you so sweet.
Damn, Shawty, you look good.
Oh. with
I
my
just
busy,
said,
with my
when you
busy
come,
teeth.
you won't come today, will you?
No, Leo just called me a few minutes ago. We got to go pay some bills.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yeah, I see you tomorrow. What time you need me to be there?
Well, I could have. I don't know what Najee. He just went to Longton, but I don't know where he went to.
Where you at?
On my mama's porch.
Oh, okay.
I brought my stuff over here and watched the coolers out for him.
Right. Okay. You need me to come today?
No, you take care of home first, baby.
Okay. That's okay. All right.
I get that. Sure, I ain't worried about that.
Yeah.
You take care of home.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, but I was just seeing which way you was. That was it.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you called.
Okay, then I'm gonna call you tonight when I get in.
Okay. Okay.
All right, bye.
All right, bye-bye. Now that's my other cousin. She's my cousin. I appreciate her so much. She's crazy. Anyway, so I was talking about. What's talking about? Anyway, so I don't know. We wouldn't go, but it's crazy. Can you pause the live? Because I don't know. This is my first live, y'all. Or you. This is my first live. So I really don't know what I'm doing. But I'm doing my best. And I'm on this laptop. Like I said, some of the things that I can show you. I might be able to show you from here, from my Facebook page. The little video that I did. You won't be able to hear it because I got the volume down on my speaker here. What? I have other means of communication. I got about 13 phones, y'all. Let's see. Might be able to do it from here. Let's see what we got here. Facebook. Okay, but anyway, so when I became aware that I can do, pretty much what I need to do for my son, you know what I'm saying, and my daughters alone, especially about getting two additional to the family. I went through a lot of stuff that I probably didn't even have to go through had I been more conscious of self and had better knowledge of the things that I could do without being um without being negative. It's important to me to do positive self talking. if you don't find your positivity in your self talking, 9 times out of 10, everything you think and everything you do will be a negative for you. But because I'm not a negative person, and that's one place where I cannot sit my head at. I cannot sit my head in negativity. And to be around negative people, it drains my energy. So I try to do my best just to be around positive stuff. So I try to, get up with myself. So as I was saying, when I made the video for my baby, my whole main purpose was basically the prayer that I need to pray for myself, basically, that I might do some of the things. I'm gonna show some pictures of me too. That I may do some things that will enhance my ability to be a better parent. Um, he's very inquisitive, more inquisitive than any of my other children have ever been. But that makes me have to look up and try to find information more, or make him look it up and then we read it and find it together. So basically, this is how we've been doing things in life. But this is kind of like where I come from. So if there's a glare, too much of a glare, I got this. But that's me. That's me right there. Yeah, yeah. But that's my this is my Facebook page or my Zumba page. But that's where that information is. Sometimes I post. I haven't posted anything much on there. For the main reason is this, because the the viewers will just go in. They don't want to participate on your page. They just want to just go in there and look at you. And my workout really is not just you looking at me. So, and I like to try to inspire by with activity rather than inspire with watching. You know, that's my thing in a nutshell as far as my workout is concerned. But back to my son and my family. Okay, so let's read it. I think I'm about to leave, so it might be a good thing that we do this video. Hey, baby.
Okay, everybody money order. I do my way when I'm done.
Okay. Okay. What time?
About 5 cars.
I hope you make it there in time. Yeah, but they run out of those. They run out of those consultants really, really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially on Friday. People are trying to. People are trying to get the.
What time they close?
I think they close at like 5. But even if they close at 5, like I said, it takes a while to They might not have. They might not have.
About 5 cars.
You want me to go and see if they some over there already?
Yeah, go and get it now. Come back home.
Okay.
Is it expensive?
No, they're not expensive.
Okay. It's like $10 worth.
If they have $10 worth, I get it. But like I said, usually at this time of the day, they kind of like running out. They're running out.
Okay, so let's get pizza now.
You want to get Lamar a pizza, or you want to get you a pizza?
Yeah, I want to get the. I have about 5 cards in front of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
that's why I was trying to figure out how you were gonna do that.
It's right there. You can do it next other time now. I'm gonna do at 5.
I'm gonna go ahead on over there. I'm gonna go ahead on over there.
Okay, go now.
I'm gonna go.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll meet you over there. I don't know. Go back home. No?
Well, what's you want me to meet? You want to meet me over there?
Slow here.
Go
do your day. What's the best of donuts? Okay.
You don't want the donuts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Said the people slowing you down at the bank. I'm getting ready to go to the. I'll get ready to go see if I can find your donuts.
Yeah, you can leave it. What?
I know I can leave it if I
Leave it and
want.
come back home. Yeah, leave it and come back home. We'll go and get. We'll go and get
But
leave it and come back home. We'll go and get pizza for tomorrow.
okay.
Eat my African food.
Okay.
Okay? Okay? Then, then I show you something. I want $25 in my business.
Shut up now. Go
And the
ahead.
same system I was telling you.
Yeah.
That is it would have been about $80. Just kept the other way around.
Oh, okay.
that, that,
Put in the drop for
they
the
are
internet.
coming. But yeah, when I come, we'll go get the laboratory one. My wife at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. She does McDonald's, I think. One piece also.
She'll eat pizza, but she likes McDonald's too. She'll eat the fish.
McDonald's,
She'll eat the fish from McDonald's. Mm. But you,
fish, they have fish.
they had the fish patties. You want me to ask her if she wants something from McDonald's?
Yeah, let's go together with wait for me at home, okay? Wait for me at home. Go to get the Morris piece, get the small fish. For me, I'm okay. You want to do doctor? Want to do the fish also?
I don't know. I might.
I want to eat my African food. Huh?
I don't know. I might need to slow down because I'm gaining too much weight. I'm getting huge with the
Okay, let's go
fufu
get
and
for the two of them now, okay?
okay.
We'll get for the two of them. And get the bottle of brand for us.
Okay.
Tomorrow is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming, okay? Just let me start get my body disease, then we'll come back.
Okay.
Like in Africa, get the small brand from this. Okay?
Okay.
Then you catch this food activity. I talked to my boss today. We talked there. He goes like, she doesn't want to lose weight. That's one mistake.
Mhm.
But I played 6-0 and 3-0. Okay? But I want to see if you need your lawnmower. I want, I want to see if I want to see I want to see if they have enough money to pay me. They have to owe me. Ah, baby. I told Susan one day I was so angry. I said, "You guys bank should owe me."
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want. They have to owe me. No, they have to owe me.
Mm-hmm.
Just owe me. I'm not paying anything. They have to owe me. Say, sir, what can we do next, sir?
Mm-hmm.
That's the plan.
Right.
I feel like okay.
Okay, baby. Love you. Bye. You cannot. Wow. You cannot. You cannot not love that guy. Yeah. So I'm gonna end this live. I just want end this live like this to say, um, it's good. Like I don't see myself in the notifications. That's so cute because I put myself in it. So if you happen upon this little video, like and subscribe um to my channel. I'm gonna be uploading more videos probably in the morning. I have to find out the schedule because I watch a lot of other videos of other people doing their videos, and it's kind of like a little awkward to be talking in here in the room. My kids are in the other room, and usually if I feel kind of a little awkward because hey, they should be asleep in the morning, and at night he's asleep. So I need to find de- designated designated. I need to find a designated spot and time and place to actually do this. I wish that I would, if somebody, somebody that can, fill this spot here in my mouth at me and fix this chip right there that I got, that's all I want. If you would critique me. Well, yeah, this about it. This about all I got to say. But it's probably gonna be more about it. I'm like trying to understand my way of doing this because I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. It's my first video. I'm gonna see if I can kind of like introduce you to my family once in a while. Because my boyfriend he's a little shy and stuff like this. He wanna know what I'm talking about because he want me to implicate him in this. I'm just joking. Because I'm not a criminal. And this is all for entertainment purposes only. I'm not here to teach anybody anything unless it's me streaming to do my Zumba class. I'm not trying to influence anybody. This is about my life and my family. I'm not trying to coerce anybody into any thoughts. This is all about how I feel. I might slip up and say something about something going on in this crazy mixed up world because my feelings. I don't need nobody coming over here judging me about how I feel because whatever affects me affects this 105 here. 1005, sorry. Here in this little emphasis here. Okay. We don't go outside our home unless we want to go shopping and come back home. That's it. So I literally don't have nothing to do with this whole society. I'm seriously don't, but I'm just here. Non-effective in any way. So I really don't have a dog in this fight. But I do have a word. And the reason why I don't have a dog in this fight is because I refuse to have a dog in this fight. I'm going to be patient and not humble or humble to anything that come on around me. I have a mouth. I can speak. This is my mouth. This is my body. I make the choice on what I do with it. Nobody else. The people who held me back and held me down and said what I could not do, I fought them to come out. So therefore, I'm not gonna let anybody on YouTube or anybody in the YouTube land try to tell me about me. What I know about me, I will tell the world. What I know about you is only a hypothesis. I don't know you, and I don't care to know you unless you want me to get to know you. And we can build and build and build on a beautiful person, I'm a nice person, and I hold your secrets. Nobody ever know. That's it for me. Because I feel like being, I don't know if you see this or not. Put that right there. Put that right there. That right there. That says loyalty. This is not only how I look at life, this is who I am and who I plan to be. I plan to be loyal as long as I possibly can, and that's for eternity. That's not only my granddaughter's name, it's also my way of life. I refuse to be anything other than loyal to me and my whole entire family. I will not lie to them. I will not tell them any falsehoods. I will not give them bad information. And if I do any of those things and turn myself against them, they can do what they can to get me away from them. Because I need to be away. If I'm not causing any pleasure of positive fortitude, then I'm doing nothing for my family. And I refuse to not do anything for my family. I refuse to do everything I can for my family. So we're gonna get you to see this little video I did for my kids, for my son. But maybe next time, you know. But like I said, this is my little mind, body, and soul passion. So Facebook page. Somebody watch me because it was flickering right. You see that little flickering right there? People watch. Why don't y'all subscribe to my channel? Since you looking at taking pictures. Do that for me. And better than that, send us a subscriber. The end page, it don't matter to me. I don't care. That's me right there. I got like 500 people on there that like my page. It's subscribed to my page. If you would like to take my Zumba class or like for me to do a Zumba class for you, I know it's backwards, but it's 910-635-2972. That's my telephone number. Um, you see, it was crazy because I had like 2,000 friends, and I sent requests out to all of these people to subscribe to my page, and I don't have but 500 people because they want to see me work out, but they don't want to do the work or know how to do the work without me giving it to them. So, but I guess I should have answered that. So we'll keep thinking, huh? I'm just wasting time now, y'all. Just to know I can do this. Since it's going into an hour um, of workout. I'm gonna show you some of my class if I can. I don't know. I might not even do that because the copywriting, you know, copywriting is a very important thing. I don't want nobody suing me because I play part in music. Oh, they said coming home now. Come down with a pen, please. Okay, y'all. Bye. See you later. Have a good day.